Peace and greetings. My name is Born Logic Allah. I am the co-founder of Melanized Media. We host the Freedom Black History Bus Tours of San Antonio. We started in January of 2019 as a Dream Week event, and so we basically traveled to 18 different locations on the east side of San Antonio. We usually rent a 56 passenger bus and take attendees to different sites and locations that are significant to the African American community here in San Antonio. But because of the COVID-19 pandemic and because of social distancing, of course, we're not able to do the tours right now. So what we've decided to do is give a scaled down version of some of the locations that we travel to in a virtual tour here online. So the first location that we've chosen to highlight on our virtual tour is the Carver Community Cultural Center. It's located on 226 North Hackberry. The Carver Community Cultural Center, the Carver, has served as the San Antonio East Side's foremost gathering place of cultural exchange and performing arts. It was erected in 1918 as a community center for African Americans. By the 1930s, the building was repurposed as the Colored Library and renamed the Carver Library and Auditorium in honor of Dr. George Washington Carver. Prominent African American entertainers such as Ella Fitzgerald, Duke Ellington, Count Basie, and Louis Armstrong all played the Carver. After integration, the Carver fell into neglect, and in 1973 the city moved to have the Carver demolished. But the community members galvanized in an act of civil disobedience led by Miss Norva Hill, who literally stood in front of the bulldozers to save the structure from being demolished. In 1977, the Carver reopened under the management and ownership of the city of San Antonio as the Carver Community Cultural Center. Now, alongside the main building on the campus exists the Little Carver Civic Center, which was formerly Porter Memorial AME Church, and also there is the private Carver Academy. The Carver offers several educational programs, including free youth matinees once a month, and they also offer low-cost classes on Saturday mornings that include ballet, drumming, and drawing. The 650-seat theater is named for Joe Long, who was the executive director from 1976 to 1999. Miss Long breathed life back into the Carver by doing whatever was necessary, scrubbing toilets, cooking, writing grants, and so much more. She is credited with transitioning the Carver into a world-class venue. On the north and south archways over the doors is an inscription that reads, Colored Branch of the San Antonio Library and Auditorium. When the city took over ownership of the building, the architects and construction workers actually wanted to remove this inscription. However, famed black architect Norcell Haywood, who worked on the project, told them that it was important to leave it there to show the history of this particular building. Now, for us, this is actually a very monumental and important location in regards to our work. Before we produce Walk on the River, A Black History of the Alamo City, Baba Andar, who is my partner, he and I stood on the corner of Center and Hackberry right at the Carver Cultural Community Center, and we had a very extensive conversation about the black history here in San Antonio. And there's so much history that exists on that particular corner, and we started pointing out and highlighting the Breckenridge School, Carter Teller Mortuary, which is the oldest black mortuary and funeral home in the city. St. Paul United Methodist Church is right down the street as well. And so we talked about how much history existed right there on that corner, and we wondered how many people were not aware of the deep black history that existed right there at the center of Hackberry and Center Street. And so that's basically how we formulated the idea to put together the documentary film, A Walk on the River. When we premiered our film in August of 2018, It was a sold-out audience of over 600 people in attendance. We had a beautiful time, and that film has gone on to garner such fanfare and acclaim. And we just wanted, after we had the idea to start the film right there at the Carver, we wanted to just kind of bring it full circle by premiering the film right there at the Carver Community Cultural Center. So hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully you learned something. This is one of the stops on our tour, our Freedom Black History Bus Tour. We would like you to like our Facebook page and join our waiting list so that when the rules are relaxed and when we're able to get back amongst each other and congregate and have social gatherings, we hope that you'll join us on the Freedom Black History Bus Tour of San Antonio. So thank you for your time. Have a positive and productive day. Peace.